What might the eternal KPIs, key performance indicators, measurements, if you will, be for someone claiming to be a disciple of Jesus Christ? Using real life as an example, let's say you were an executive who worked for an organization like Apple, whose top executive Steve Jobs had a biographical book written for him. Chances are high that more than a few employees of that organization might have thought it wise to read his book, to get an inside look at how their CEO thought and what was important to him. Likewise, as followers of Christ, we know that the Bible is God's divinely revealed word. As such, don't you think it would be a good idea to read his book? I mean all of it, not just little parts of it? Might that be important to God? Might that be one of his most important key performance indicators? In John chapter 15, verses 7 and 8, Jesus said this, "If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. By this, my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit, and so prove to be my disciples." The key phrases here are A, if my words abide in you, and B, that you bear much fruit, and so prove to be my disciples. Knowing Jesus' words are key to bearing much fruit, and thus proving to Jesus you are indeed one of his followers. In other words, if we do not know Jesus' words, we will not bear much fruit, and as such, Jesus might not consider us his disciples. Ouch. This conditional phrase looks very important. Another key performance indicator we might be measured against is how well we have evangelized and discipled others. In Matthew chapter 28, verse 19, Jesus commands us to go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. How have you done so far here? Have you led anyone to the Lord? If no, why not? How about discipling others? Who are you mentoring? Your kids, and if applicable, your grandkids, hopefully. How about other men or other women in or outside of the church? In Mark 12, verses 30 and 31, Jesus responded to a person who asked him what the most important commands were. He replied this way, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength." The second is this, "You shall love your neighbor as yourself." There is no other commandment greater than these. Jesus is pretty clear here, don't you think? The fact is that we, as followers of Jesus Christ, cannot love another human being more than to introduce them to Jesus and his words. Nothing is more valuable. Nothing will positively affect them more in this life and for all eternity. The value of spending eternity in heaven with Jesus is literally priceless. In Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 through 30, Jesus tells us about his parable of the talents. In that parable, Jesus very clearly suggests what will happen to the person who does or does not use their time, talent, and treasure to multiply what has been given to them to advance God's kingdom. We all want to hear Jesus say to us, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Come share in your master's happiness." The question we might ponder as it stands now is indeed, will we hear that? So here is the application.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, make a comment, and then share the video with your friends. This platform's algorithm uses these metrics to suggest content like this to others. Thanks for watching.